Welcome back to Maggie Goes to Brevard College. Today we're going to learn about grafting. Now, did you know that it's possible to take two different plants and put one on the other one and make it one? Pretty much, yeah. It's kind of like taking a rabbit and mixing it with an antelope to make a jackalope. How you doing, Kevin Fisher?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So what can you tell us about grafting today?
Oftentimes, farmers will take what's called a rootstock. They'll take an apple tree that they know that kind of tree is right for their soil conditions, their weather conditions. They want that. They know that tree fruits at a certain time of year, that it is tolerant of temperature ranges or temperature zones in that area. And what they'll do is they'll take that rootstock and they'll take a piece from the tree of the apple that they want. And they'll take that piece and they'll actually attach it to the stem of that other plant. And then it'll grow, and you actually get the characteristics from the rootstock that will be right for the soil conditions and the weather conditions, but you'll get the type of apple that you want.
All right, so what are we going to do here today?
We're going to do a little experiment here. And I'm going to let you go ahead and do this grafting experiment. So we have two different plants, and have this just house plant here, but it's got kind of a woody stem. And we're gonna, I cut a slit in here so that it goes all the way across. And what you have to do with grafting is that you have to make sure that you're on the living tissue of the stem. Right in between the bark and this light colored part, there's this little thin layer called the cambium. That's actually the only living tissue. So you have to make sure, if you tried to root something in the middle of this, it wouldn't work because that's dead tissue. This is all dead wood. So you have to be on living tissue.
Living tissue.
So what you have to do is you have to cut across so that you expose the cambium layer, the living tissue layer, and then you take whatever your grafting piece is, and I took this piece and I cut it, I trimmed it off so that I exposed, see how you can see that little bit of green in there? That's the living tissue. So
which is called cambium. Cambium.
Cambium.
Cambium. Almost like candy, but more like cambium.
Correct. Less N and more M. So you put this in so that your two tissues, so that your two cambium layers touch. There's special grafting tape that's got that's kind of rubberized and real stretchy, and it won't harm the plant. But I didn't have any of that, so we're going to let you just use some good old-fashioned duct tape. And
I heard it's good for everything. My dad uses it for everything.
Yeah, so I think we can let you try this, and you just basically have to make sure the two cambium layers are in contact and that you attach it on there real good.
All right.
So you want to...
Yeah, let's try this out.
And I'll hold this for you.
So now, as you have seen, we have just grafted, let's pretend like it's an apple tree, to a house plant. So we will grow apples in our house. All right, thank you for joining us today about grafting. You guys have a wonderful night.